Okay, our race winner for tonight's Emory Healthcare 500 is Tony Stewart. He drives the number 14 Office Depot Old Spice Chevrolet for Stewart Haas Racing. He's joined up front by crew chief Darian Grubb. This is Tony's first win in 2010, but it's his 38th NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race victory. His first win since last year at Kansas. He clinches a spot in the chase. Tony, congratulations. You had to feel really, really good about this win here tonight. 50th anniversary season at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it's always cool to win on anniversaries like that, and just it's been a long time since we've been in victory lane, so you know, it's something we're not used to. Luckily, we've had the good fortune to not normally go this long without a win, but you know, we had an awesome race car tonight. This thing was it was balanced off the start of the race, and you know, I knew the first run when we were a little bit off and the leaders weren't getting away from us. I thought, you know, we probably got a shot at this thing tonight, and at least a shot at a solid top 5 and maybe a top 3. But you know, once we got a couple runs in there, and it was kind of Denny and I trading spots back and forth. It was fun racing with him like that. I mean, we gave each other room, and it was just whoever got caught in traffic, the other guy got the lead back. So it was fun switching the lead, but. We struggled on restarts, or I struggled on restarts. Darian wasn't driving the car, so I can't blame it on him. But you know, I struggled on restarts all night, and finally the last two, I hit it a lot closer and kept from spinning them quite as bad. But the pit crew is who we got to give all the credit to tonight. I mean, they had an awesome pit stop the last time we came in that got us that track position back that I lost on the previous restart. So. You know, without that, I don't think we'd have had a shot to be here tonight.
Thank you, Tony. Darian Grubb, certainly, as Tony alluded to, a great job by the pit crew tonight. Your thoughts?
It was just a really good night overall for the entire Stewart Haas organization. Just a lot of hard work that we've put in over the last few months, just trying to get back to where we felt like we could win a race. We had good top 5, top 10 cars, but we just weren't able to get to victory lane. And I think tonight we had all the pieces together. The pit crew did a great job. We unloaded fast this weekend. Tony did an incredible job qualifying, starting up front. Makes all the difference in the world, and having good pit stalls, being able to help the guys out. And all those things all combined just was a good effort.
Okay, we'll take questions now for Tony or Darian. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll come to you as quickly as we can. Questions for Tony or Darian? Who has one? Back in the back. Let's bring him a mic, please. WSB Radio.
Doug Turnbull, WSB Radio. Tony, you said at Victory Lane just about as soon as you got out of the car, it's the happiest you've ever felt to win in your life, and you've had some big wins. And Ryan Newman said a similar thing when he won at Phoenix earlier this year, broke a long winning streak. I guess explain that exultation, and that statement's pretty mighty considering how many trophies you have in your case.
Well, you know, this place is, you know, I came from an organization where I was at for 10 years where the winningest driver in the modern era, you know, came from that organization with Bobby Labonte, and I think he won 7 races here. So this was a place that you know, gives racing. We always felt like we had a good shot to win at when we came, and I was only able to get one win for him over the 10 years I was there. So, you know, and I know what it felt like to win that night too, but just this is by far, you know, the best car that I've ever had here. I mean, tonight was so much fun on the race car because we could run the bottom, we could run the top, and I told Darian yesterday, you know, there were times in practice where I've run higher than I've ever run here, and I told him, I said, you know, normally I don't have the confidence to put myself in that position to not have room to the right of me to give myself that buffer, and I told him, I said, I felt comfortable, and you know, a couple races ago or last year when we came here, we really struggled getting the balance and getting comfortable, and it just shows how hard Darian and these guys have worked. I mean, we had a hard first half of the year where we struggled a lot, but you know, we got a motto that, you know, when we get down, we don't give up, we get up. So you know, these guys have done such a great job, and this thing's just this is a track that's so momentum driven that if your car's not balanced and doesn't feel good or isn't exactly perfect, I mean, you have a hard time making that up, and a little bit of a deficit ends up being a huge deficit on a momentum track like this. So it was fun. I mean, tonight's probably the only time that I can ever remember being at Atlanta and being able to take off and have the beginning of the run speed that we had. I mean, we had to be the fastest car all night at the beginning of a run. If we got track position and we got anywhere close to clean air, we were able to just take off. And once we'd get 2 or 3 laps in, I didn't have to run as hard as the guys behind me were to try to pass me. I mean, I was able to kind of take care of the tires, and then after about 5 more laps, we were able to drive away from those guys and open up a huge gap. And that's, for a driver, that's a huge, it's a nice benefit to have, because you can get out there and you're making those guys have to chase you down. And there were times when we weren't the fastest car the last half of the run, but we were able to stretch a big enough lead the first half of the run that those guys couldn't make that deficit up.
Let's go upstairs real quick for a question or two. Go ahead, please.
Question to Tony. Wolfgang Monzer from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. I think, Tony, to one of your during one of the caution periods, you radioed to your team that you have a trick you can pull out the hat for the restart. Can you give me more details about that?
Well, I didn't do it, but it's like I told Darian. I mean, the whole night I kept trying different things because I knew I was struggling to get the grip on the restart that I needed to. I just struggled spinning the tires, and I tried everything from shifting early to everything. The only thing I didn't do was, like I told Darian, and I was almost embarrassed to talk about it, but it's just an old sprint car trick that you do. But, they got a lot of rear brake, and they don't really have much front brake, and you can kind of drag the brake pedal and help keep from spinning the tires. I'm not sure whether it would have worked, but I didn't have enough confidence to take the brake balance and just run it to the back like that and drag the brake to help the wheel spin. I was afraid I would get going through the gears and get going and not count my rounds back and get myself in a problem at the end of the straightaway. So it was about the only thing I didn't try. I mean, I tried everything that I knew and everything I've learned over 31 years or 30 years of my career, and just couldn't figure it out. But Darian kept asking what he could do to help, and there really wasn't anything that they could do from the pits, setup wise to help it. I mean, when you got a fast enough car like that, and every time we lost those spots, we could get the majority of them back within a lap or 2 laps. I mean, that's stout, and when you got a car that's that good, you really don't. It's not good to lose those spots like that, because we got caught back there one time in 7th, and it really we struggled getting that track position back. But when you got a car that's that fast, though, it's nice. You don't feel like you're in too much trouble when you lose a couple spots on a restart like that.